finally got the decision. Diddy gets 4 years and 2 months. Man. So what do you think about them giving him the 4 years and 2 months?
Well, ultimately, man, is we, as much as we want to say that we passed this shit, that we passed the racism, all that type of shit, here you go, just another example of, at the end of the day, they gonna keep their foot on a nigga.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk, we gonna have fun. We be on fire, we be lit. It's a unique hustle, bitch.
Check it. This is Unique Hustle. It's your boy ECO, and I'm here with the lovely, amazing, official Miss Jamaica. What's going on?
Nothing, I'm there, walk on. I want y'all to stop what you're doing right now. Go like, subscribe, follow us from all social media platforms. What I mean, all I mean. On Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. You name it, we're on it. Just Google us, Boss Talk Podcast 101. We'll pop up first in line, I guarantee you. But y'all see us on the streets and talk about, man, I love what y'all doing. Keep up the good work. How can we be a part of Boss Talk? This is how you can be a part of Boss Talk. Under each and every interview, including this one right here in the description section below, there's a link that says join our membership. Click that link, follow all the instructions, and that's how you get to see all the exclusive content. Y'all been asking us, where's this interview? Where's that interview? You got to be a member to see it, or go ahead and download our app, Boss Talk 101, on any Apple or Google store. Thank you in advance, and we love you.
Man, please go on and download that app, man. It's going down, man. We dropping things on there you won't see on all of our streaming network channels. So, yeah, get on there and check that out. But it's going down, man. We got a guy in here today. He don't need no introduction. This brother frequents the show. This brother's family. And, man, every time he come, I'm excited to get him in here. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to the show. Al D300, what's up, baby?
Yes, sir, man. Thank y'all for having me. You know.
Man, what you doing in Dallas, man? What the hell you doing down here?
Huh?
I like the real name.
Aldarian?
Yes, I like that.
Hey, I'm down. I'm telling you, my name is known, and as far as, you know, anybody that's did as much time as me, or, you know, we all know each other on the first name, everybody, governments and all that.
Have you met anybody with Aldarian before?
Not Aldarian, but Deezy, my homie, my cameraman. His name is Darian.
I've heard Darian is common. I've heard Darian, but Aldarian, who gave you that name? Was it two names combined to make that name? I just had a feeling.
Well, Aldarian, yeah, it's I don't know. My mama said, I don't know if she got it. She told me that it was some while she was in the hospital, it was a plane, Italian, some plane with some sports team people that had died. That a plane went down, and they was putting their names up there, and one of them was, I don't know if it was Aldarian or Darian, and she was like, oh, Aldarian.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is crazy how she got your name.
Yeah, Aldarian.
Wow, Aldarian.
Man, so Al D300 is in the building, and it's going down, man. So I know if everybody in the world right now is finally got the decision. Diddy gets 4 years and 2 months. Man, they took him down. And I think, as I said in my review a little earlier, I don't think he'll be the last one. And it's a thing that people that look like each other for some reason on our side,
on the black side,
yes, always we happy and crucifying our people that are in leadership roles a lot of time. And I think that's
what you mean, leadership roles, or like
hip hop extraordinaires, people who like
successful blacks. Yeah,
they love it.
To see the quotes,
you see the comments, you see the uproar. Everybody's, hey man, yeah, get him. Shit. Get him.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about them giving him the 4 years?
Well,
and 2 months?
you know, ultimately, man, is we, as much as we want to say that we passed this shit, that we passed the racism, all that type of shit. Here you go, just another example of, at the end of the day, they're gonna keep their foot on a nigga, and where it go, and where it's most known to be. You know, they're gonna fuck over you in the end. Here goes somebody 54 years old. Whatever his behavior was that you didn't like and all of that type of shit, he 54 years old, billionaire, successful brother out the ghetto, and he gets he gets in this situation, whether you like it, you don't like it, and he beat the serious charges. You tried to get this man a RICO. He beat them charges, you know what I mean? And instead of them just admitting, because at the end of the day, this is just buying some coochie or whatever he was buying from consenting adults. Nobody got kidnapped. Nobody got raped or nothing. This, regardless of you don't like how he treated so and so, and to get 4 years behind that after he already done been away from. I assume that he has no prior charges. He 54 years old, or however old he is. He got no prior charges. Why do you feel like what's gonna happen in this next couple years that he gonna be gone? What are you trying to do? You trying to prove a point. So I don't know who he done pissed off, but at the end of the day, we the ones that's so easy to. We've been designed in their playbook to be the ones that take that up end of the stick, in my opinion.
But how I look on things, everybody like to look on things in the surface, or they like to say they analyze it in a different way, but I look at everything as spiritual warfare. When I say that, meaning that there's a lesson to be learned in anything you go through. What lesson did he need to learn a lesson? Maybe he was going, we know about all the parties and all this stuff and whatever. Maybe he was going down the wrong road, and God know that he can be a messenger for him in so many other ways because he has the influence and whatever. So I need to show you that you're not above being touched. You're not above being this. Well, let me humble you a little bit. And my thing is just to see after these 4 years, what is he going to do with that second chance when he comes back out? How is he going to move? What is he going to do? You know what I mean?
You right about that, but I would also like to make sure that we never get away from the understanding of why we always gotta. I'm that same person that got locked up, went through all of that shit, and I know that it was God that put me through it, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. However, why we always got to be the ones that got to get locked? Why we got to look at it from that way all of the time? Why they don't never got to look at it that way for themselves? It's always us that's designed to goddamn go get this time, get off. We designed for prison. That man, he never should be. Prison is, we look at it as a redemptive thing because that's how it is in our community. It's like that. You know what I mean? We do have to become our best selves, best versions of ourselves through that. That's the way you make it rehabilitative. That's good for yourself, right? But it's other ways too, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that, because the other options, they give them to themselves. They give them to each other. Oh, you just need to be in this kind of counseling. We don't even know about all the diversionary programs that they be having for each other. If you feel like this man is some type of sex addict or whatever kind of problems that he need to work on himself as the judge, why you don't put him in those programs? We never get in. I've been in prison a long time. Man, there's people in prison. They shouldn't be in prison. They should be in a mental hospital.
Right.
That's where the probably 70% of the people that's arrested, they really got mental. I mean, that's in prison in the pen in Texas. Anyway, they need to be in mental institutions.
They've been through some. It could be your mama, your daddy. It could be the things that happened to you when you was younger.
Right.
It takes a lot of counseling, but then sometimes I always say the best counselor is God. Going through life,
right.
Going through. And you said, why us? Sometimes some people are more difficult to reach than some. Some people have to go through some things to get, because then just like, okay, let me ask you this. Before you got arrested or that lengthy time, how many times can you recall back in your life that God knocked on your door and was like, change, hey, but you didn't do it.
Right.
You see what I mean? It took that.
For
so
sure.
That's what I'm saying is that some of these people are too stubborn. They get knocked on.
I guess I'm just tired of them being the ones that decide. The evilest is the ones that's deciding which one of us is worthy to be free and to not be free. But they're the one. What's up with the Epstein files? What's up with the bullshit y'all got going on? Why whenever it's y'all, we hear about it, then we don't hear about it no more, and it's just over. But when it's us, we need to go through the full process of punishment, humiliation, everything. This man's life is already never be the same. Like, why did he got to get some more? You know what I'm saying? He don't need, in my opinion, he don't need no more. He's fit of us blacks, of which there is not but 43 to 45 million of us in the United States. He's one of our most successful. He's done did more than 99.9% of the blacks that has ever been in America. Why do he have to go do time? He's the best from amongst us. One of the best from amongst us, one of the most successful. Why? But with us, every time it's jail.
when you go
death.
Take it back to a biblical perspective, sometimes when people do go through those situations, you look at Joseph in the Bible. When you read about Joseph, he didn't do nothing to deserve anything that he got in the story. As it goes, he didn't do anything but just be himself. But he never complained when his brothers sold him off. He ended up going and being in the Egyptian, under their rule. And then Potiphar's wife lied on him. And next thing you know, he goes to jail, prison. He meets a butler and a baker. He goes through all of this. You see what I'm saying? But he never complained one time. But then on the other side, God is putting him in position the whole time. You know what I mean?
We have no choice but to rely on our faith because these is wicked and they over us. And we're not going to never let it get out of our sight that they are doing this.
Exactly.
Yes, he's going to go. He's going to realize what it is that he's going through and why and who he's going to meet and all that. I met some of the most significant people in my life the last time I went to prison. That's the reason why I'm able to do this shit that I'm doing now. Yes, he does have a mighty pen. Yes, he's writing it out to make it to where I'm sitting here with you at this moment right here. And also, these judges, this system, these racist ass white power structure that keeps us looking always as the worst of the worst, the lowest of the criminals. This man have not done nothing for this, in my opinion. He have not done nothing to be in prison for 4 years of his life. Already done been in prison. He done tried to get out. Everything they
wouldn't even let him get out.
They wouldn't let him out.
His kids or nothing.
Not letting him see his kids. He's telling you, I'm gonna give you my plane, my passports, my this, my that. You can give me all of the shit that you want to get. With him, he beat the
Rico,
the heftier charges, the ones that they had brought down on him, and still they used what I was listening to. They used the language of the things that he beat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And coercion of I beat out. These is the parts that I beat. What the is you still talking about? These things that's weighing into your decision over this man, and he done beat those charges, man. This is all about some sex fun, man. Who's not do in this level, and we all know sex shit, man. Come on, man. Everybody was a willing participant in this shit. If you don't like
and of age.
And of age.
But you see, back to the lesson, that lesson is not only for him, it's for everybody. If everybody hasn't looked on his case, who used to transport girls. When I say transport, I don't mean it that way. I mean hey girl, come check, I'll pay for your ticket, I'll send you a ticket, just come see me. I like you like me, whatever. Start thinking twice about that, especially if you're an influential person. A regular Joe Blow, they're not going to look at it as much.
Man, I don't care nothing about nothing you talking about. When it come down to it, I really feel like I feel like they gonna use that just to keep on manipulating the system and messing over the young black men.
They are. But why are you gonna put yourself in that situation to get that to happen to you?
What you don't want them to do? Don't mess with no women.
No. I ain't gonna even say that. I'm gonna tell you this. What's crazy? I learned this. Here go a prison lesson. This is another prison lesson right here. That you can always be written a disciplinary in prison. They train them like something that you doing is out of compliance. Something. So when they find officers or COs that don't write cases, they get on their ass about that. Because there's something that these inmates is doing in which you could write them a case for. So if you're not doing it, then we know it's something to it. That's the thing about this particular case right here. Mm-hmm. Something in our behavior, because we black, is criminalized and can be it could be our demise. It's all about, do they want to over you? We all done put an extra little line on the tax forms that we filling out. We filing our taxes. We all done some shit. We all done ran a red light. There's some kind of law that we breaking at all times. When these people decide that they finna put you, we pulling out all the stops. That red light you ran, it was by the school and this, kids be out here and you coming through and you done ran this same red light 5 times out of the last year. This is putting this many people in danger. You was in this car got this. They always making it seem like what we do is so damn bad when they get mad at us.
Trafficking is a charge. My partner, one, I'm going through it right now. right? And me and Trill talk. One of our people going through that right now, and I don't think it's just one or two. I think that's something that the court system is going to use, just like they used crack back in the days.
Right.
They're going to use certain things. They use certain tools to manipulate people, man.
That's for sure.
As far as people of color, they got to keep the prison system is a business.
Yeah.
You got to find a way to keep this thing structured and moving.
Yeah,
so,
but in his case, in the Puff case, for sure, prison is a business.
No. I'm talking about it starts at the top. It don't just, they're going to slowly critique it. As they critique it, I think they're going to keep doing it to where it's going to manipulate everybody in the system.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we don't want black and brown people is the ones designed to be the face of criminality in the USA. We designed to be the face.
I agree with that 100%.
But we not the major ones that's doing the crime. Like, they just making our behavior the worst shit. But it's not. It ain't really that.
No,
you know?
I hate he in that situation. Bill Cosby. You think he really did something that merited what he went through for something that happened way back in the 70s?
70s and all.
And in the 70s, you wasn't for to do. I remember the 70s. I'm an older cat. You wasn't for to do a lot in the 70s to not to nobody that didn't look like you. I don't care where you was at.
Yeah, and in any way that young people are kicking it and having fun, in terms of partying, what can be under the umbrella of partying, man, it's always something that a person can come back later on. Think about the XPL era and shit that people is doing in the XPL era, putting tabs in females' butts and shit like that.
That could come back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying behaviors go with certain cocaine parties, XPL parties, Molly. What's going on with these people with this ice and this K2 right now? There's behaviors that go with this shit. There's culture that goes with this shit. That at any point it's like, God damn, like, y'all chill out with this shit, because y'all doing the same thing, but somehow, some way, we not seeing none of y'all top people be held accountable for none of the shit that they doing. Yet our small percentage of blacks, period, that we got, and our even smaller percentage of uber successful blacks, we seeing them at a higher clip than they already unicorn. They already like some shit that could never really just, we don't got 5 Puff Daddies. We don't got 10 Jay-Z's. We don't got 7 or 8 Bill Cosby's. We only have these. Our top people of success inside of our blacks, I would think that 70-80% of them, I even see some horrible shit they putting about Martin Luther King.
I've been seeing that lately.
Everybody that's ours is so horrible. Let these people tell it. I'm just conscious of that shit.
They've been saying about
that he was having parties.
Sex parties, same thing.
But what I'm saying is, here it is in 2025, ruining they hate the way that we perceive, man. We so influential. We so swagged up. We the ones that was oppressed and stepped on and done the worst, and yet God has seen a way to make us the diamond of this, this country, and made our culture so people care about what niggas is saying and how we doing and how we move and all of that. And it's like they love us, they hate us and they can't help but over us.
Wow.
Like, they just can't help but over us. To me, that's one of them things right there that I never let that shit get out of my mind of. Wow. Like, who the real enemy is.
Basically, when you look at certain things, I have to take you to a different subject now. When you think about the N-word, and you locked up, you did a lot of time.
Yeah.
Was it something where the Hispanics would use the N-word when you was locked up? And how do you feel about them using it out here now?
The N-word?
And the ones who try to be of the culture.
Yeah, well, this is what I say about that. I've heard many people talk about this shit. I done said something about it before. It's a lot of shit that we let. I got Mexican homies and they say nigga. You know what I'm saying? And inside of, but what prison teaches you for sure is that there is lines between the races. Period. Like, you gotta understand that. You might think like, oh no, because I'm from Houston or wherever, we all the same. Hey, they not thinking like that, And also, the same as when you can't. Sometimes you need to see racial segregation and racial, posturing, so you can really see and so you can have like an understanding about shit. There, and here go another. That's what I always say. For the people that say that, and I got, like I'm saying, I got Mexican partners that say I love them. Would you say that shit around my mama? Would you say it around my auntie? Hell no, you wouldn't do that. Would you come? Can I call you wet? And can I come to your family functions and just say, yeah, man, them Wex is crazy, bro, and none of your people have a problem with it? Can I? So I'm saying that I don't have but I can't stamp you being able to go say it nowhere. I can't. If you go and call somebody a nigga and they beat your ass, am I supposed to help you squabble another black person because he feel offended? Am I supposed to help defend your right to say it? Think about it. And people don't think like this because they can't envision the situation, but I done was raised in these situations.
Yeah.
And so I know that no matter how cool you is, especially in the state of Texas, if you cool with somebody and you grew up with a Mexican, we all do, we love them and all that, they not in the gang with you when they get down there. So start with that whether they was a blood and a crip or any of that shit, that when they down here right now, they is with they race. First and foremost, I'm gonna tell you a beautiful thing to that. Well, I think the underrepresented thing about that is that the bonds that I got with people that's Mexicans that I was locked up with, that's something that don't get talked about, that they gotta be with their people and I gotta be with mine.
That's right.
We this cool with that understanding, as with that being the background of what is going on. And I think a lot of times when people are out here, they don't, in the free society, you don't have a real, you don't get the shit that, you thinking, that's just how we do it. Nah, I'll be watching who says that. The people that say that, they ain't been locked up. If you've been locked up, like it's a respectful. I'm not saying about the word nigga. I'm saying they gotta know like what come with it. They know I can't get. I can't get in that. If somebody get mad at you behind you saying nigga, and they want to get on your ass, if you want to fight to say that word, think about the position that put you in and think about what you're doing. Man, I'm fighting this black man to use the word nigga. Think about that. That shit is really like, wow, nigga, that's crazy.
But I don't see why, because the thing is that when there's a fight over that word, because normally like if a person says something like that and around people that he don't know, because normally for him to feel comfortable say that, he has some friends, just like what you said earlier, that he say it around, so he feel like he can say it around anybody. So if he say it around other people that he don't know, normally it'll be like, don't say that, or or somebody charge him up about it. But it normally not a fight right off the bat, and then unless he just say, man, I can do what I want, then it'd be a fight.
Yeah, but when you even say that though, that's what I'm saying. A lot of this shit is hypothetical to a lot of people, but not to me. Mm-hmm. I've seen it. I've seen get on people's ass for saying shit like that, regardless of where you grew up at and all of that. You got to think that certain scenarios, people is looking for trouble anyway. Mm-hmm. So if you saying something, I can choose to take offense to that,
right?
And if I choose to take offense to that shit, are you gonna be a person that stand up on shit? I'm gonna say this. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? Because it's gonna come a point, or it can come a point where yo saying this can cause a big situation. Are you down to die to say the word nigga? Just think about that. Like, would you be willing to die to goddamn say nigga? I ain't. I'm not willing to die to walk around saying wetback. I'm not finna, if even if that's how me and some of my people talk and all that shit, I ain't going up saying shit. That's how we is and shit. All these wetbacks, they know this, my mouth and all that. I ain't willing to die for that shit.
Some people, I think it's ego, because some people find it hard to say I was wrong. So no, I'm sorry, my bad.
But I think also some people just don't know.
Correct.
Because again, my uncles, I wouldn't advise you to say no nigga around them if you ain't black.
Do you feel like some people, because this is the part that confuses me, do you feel like some people who are anything other than black don't have a clue about certain things? When I say that, he showed me a video earlier this morning of a teacher who was singing "Happy Birthday." Had the kids.
Did you see it?
The kids are saying, it's a black and white, kids in the class. They're singing. Hold on, they're singing "Happy Birthday" to this kid. And when the birthday finished, she said, "Let me sing a funny happy birthday to you."
Mm-hmm. Let me let here. I'll let you see.
And
let me let him see.
He's gonna show it to you. But the fact that she sent this video to his mama, she put this video out. She felt like there was nothing wrong with this video. Of course, she's a white teacher, and I can't understand how can she.
Yes. And how old are you now? 6. You're 6? You're sure you're not 60? I is 6. You're 6. Can we sing happy birthday to you? All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear legend. Happy birthday to you. Would you like the funny song now that I sing to you? Okay, like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo.
Look at the kid behind him. The little black kid.
And you smell like 1, 2. Woo! Give a clap, everybody.
I know that y'all probably take offense to that one, but that's just white folks got stupid ass humor and all that. They only.
But it's all over the news right now.
Sure
And she sent that to his mama and stuff like that. So I know that she feel like there was nothing wrong with it as a teacher.
Man, white
but
folks,
I'm like, so that's why. So
they don't even know they don't even know they're doing it.
Well,
that's why I'm wondering
that's how it
with
is
certain things.
when you in the power seat. You don't even know I'm singing this to this black boy.
You look like you're 60.
Not only you look like you 60, happy birthday to you. You like a monkey and you smell like one too, and they don't even That's
but what tripped me out is that child in the back, the one in the back behind him. Yeah. You looking, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
So it's like they are kids, man.
But it's just how clueless these adults. That's why I'm wondering: are these people of any other races really that clueless?
Another thing we gotta also factor in is that I don't know how familiar you are with the term foundational Black American, right? With people that's over here. We talking about them niggas named Aldarian Davis. People with these nigga first name, racist white slave last name, right? We have a unique outlook about a lot of things. And sometimes when people are from different cultures, they don't really understand our sensitivity to a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? They because if you from the islands or you from Africa, you know what I mean? And your culture could be different. So a lot of people look at us like, damn, y'all never satisfied. Y'all always pissed off. Y'all can't never.
Y'all tripping. Yeah,
we always tripping. But a lot of what's taking place over here, and I ain't trying to be the mom. They over us a lot. They trying to make it seem like we so crazy and we so up, like they don't have no hand in it. And I'm not even talking about just the slavery aspect of it. Our success has been strategically poisoned since we've been over here. Like they've wiped out history, the shit that we done did. They've eradicated towns, not just the Black Wall Street that was going on in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We've had many successful places. Man, these people have come through, bombed, burned shit down, and they never gave us nothing of what they actually owe us for our contributions to this shit, and they want us to remain. They wonder why we so crazy. We can't think straight, and it's a chaotic state being a person, what we call foundational Black person in America. We don't have the peace of a Nigerian, I would say, or somebody from Senegal that has come over here and like, why y'all not taking advantage of y'all opportunities? And man, they ain't had they I know they've had people from different places have had their own kinds of what happened with them with colonization and all of that. But our experience has been very unique. We don't have a language. We don't have these people have us over to the utmost degree, and they continue to do it right now. And they got us as the face of criminality. You got to like keep that in mind. They made us to be the ones, the bad guys. We the bad guys.
My question is, it's so crazy because I asked somebody this the other day because I was curious about this. All right. You know how black people love talking about slavery back in the days and all of that. And even when you watch movies, you see...
You say black love to talk about it?
No, yeah, meaning like just like how they're treated, how wrongfully they're treated. Like America is this black and white. It's always like this fight against, those two races when there's so many other races here in the United States that I'm wondering, when you watch movies and slave movies and all of that, you always see black and white. Okay, during that time, where was the Mexicans? Where was the Indians? Where was all these other races? You're telling me
in terms of what?
In terms of slavery days, like who were they during that time?
Native Americans.
Were they? That's what I'm saying. But when you watch these movies, you don't see any other race in these movies or history books or whatever showing that there were other. It's always a black and white fight. From back then, I'm like, okay, so were they enslaved or were they masters or were they whatever?
Well, there have been other people that were slaves, but one of the main things that people got to understand is that we were bred like dogs, right?
And they weren't.
Well, somewhere along the line, they found out that we could withstand the most. We could work the longest, and we could be fed the least. So, a lot of you catch a lot of blacks bragging about our athletic prowess or our athletic prowess, our phillicality, our genital areas. Whether on the females, the way they built, and guys, the way they have looked. But what they leave out is that we was bred this. If you was slow. Or if you was, born with any type of deformity, you was killed. Right. You know what I mean? So they was doing us like that. So now we have these individuals, the black race, the real black race of America, that handsome, beautiful, chaotic, angry individuals. There ain't peace inside of blacks. We been over real bad, and inside of us is that rebellion. Any rule that you try to put on the table, we up about it. You know what I mean? And it's natural. It's a natural byproduct of our history. So that's why they're trying to erase our history. They don't want us to be even discussing what took place. They don't want to talk about.
That's why they remove a lot of things out of history books and out of everything, so that we don't.
And if people really knew how much we accomplished, we have accomplished a lot. We are the ones that have done a lot, but we don't discuss our successes individually as blacks outside of the realm of sports and entertainment. But we done a lot. We do a lot, and these people it's a challenge. Trying to know who we are and what we've done and what we're responsible for. They don't want that shit really discussed.
But why is it not shown in these movies or history books or anything showing all these minority races as slaves back in the days? Why is it not that? Why is it always us?
Oh, well, you
understand what I mean?
Because when you talk about I think first of all, in terms of like when you're dealing with movies and things of that nature, it's for the entertainment, and it's also there's other kinds of slavery as well. There's when people say, well, there's slavery in black. What white people did to blacks wasn't the worst slavery. It's been all kinds of slavery. No, we have experienced the worst level of slavery. We was moved from one land to another where we couldn't speak no language. We were separated. We didn't have no tongue, no nothing. Versus if you was a slave in Egypt, you still speaking the same tongue that you was born, you know what I mean? Or anybody that's ever been enslaved in their own land, and then at some point the slavery was released or it stopped. And you can go back to like, oh yeah, we were slaves back in them days, but then they let us out, and your grandpa still stayed over there, you know, and your forefathers lived over there. Over here, we've been done this type of way. And to answer your question, yeah, it's been other. They said that the first slaves, even though people say that blacks have always been here on this, and we understand that, but I'm talking about in terms of what we talking about in slavery, that when the people from England, from the New World, or from the UK, whatever that shit is, across the pond, when they came over here, they was the first people, when they really start populating and taking over the people that we call they call Indians, the real Native Americans. What happened with them is they enslaved them first. They was the first ones to be slaves. But then, off the coast of the South America, what was it, in the South, where the slave boats were first coming, bringing the niggas over, you know what I'm saying, bringing the Africans over, and they started hearing about, man, these motherfuckers here, they work all day, they goddamn me, it's hard, you gotta break their ass, they got prideful and shit, but they got them up here. That seemed to been the one that you could do the least with and get the most. So we the best of the ones that was slaves. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why they always show it as that.
Yeah, to show that.
Yeah, but the Native Americans were enslaved too.
I was just thinking about it one day, and I was like, I know that they didn't just come over here after slavery, you know. Yeah. They had to have been here before.
Yeah. Another thing is like some of these things that we have, and even in the Hispanic community, like you would associate Hispanics with alcohol and shit like that. Alcoholism is like some kind of problem. Man, these whites is the ones that made it like that way back when they took over this shit and was over these Native Americans, instead of giving them deals, going back on the deals, telling them y'all can have this land. No, you can't. We over y'all, blah, blah, blah. And they was supposed to be the same as we supposed to get 40 acres and a mule. They was telling them, okay, we gonna give y'all this many crops. Imagine, I'm taking your land, doing my farming on there, and telling you I'm gonna give you a portion of the percentage of the shit that I make. But what they started doing was giving them less and less of the actual crops, and started giving them more and more of the liquor that they was making. Some of these famous families, J.B. Wellers and all of these different, you know, Jack Daniels, and some of these companies is still in existence today. Right. But they was the ones that was, you know, that was pushing this shit on it, and this alcoholism that come from that is plaguing the Mexicans to this day, what we call Mexicans. So I'm saying, like, it go deep.
But the things that you said that are embedded in some of these people from back then, if something is embedded in you, and I know it becomes part of your DNA and it's passed down to generations, don't you feel like it can be changed?
Yeah, of course it can be changed.
You understand?
With not just education,
with education and with
education
about
knowledge, with about how did it come to be in the first place. Which is what they never want you to talk about, the origins of why these things came to be. Why? Why is we like this? Why is niggas so crazy? They thinking we just woke up crazy, like we just can't get right. No, you have been poisoning us and stopping our progress.
But if they find out how, then somebody have to take accountability, and that's the part they don't want.
Yeah, they definitely don't want to pay us. They done proved they ain't trying to pay us.
Wow, I want to talk to you. I'm going to go into the music a little bit, man. Dog, man, let's get into the music a little bit.
Already.
Man, I want to talk about, you been watching New Dallas?
Yeah, for sure.
Zillionaire Doe, Montana 700.
Huncho Amir.
Head Huncho Amir.
Head Huncho Amir.
Is Z the Wizard. That's the first time I done called his name on here. Shout out to reality TV. She loves Z the Wizard.
What the Meet the Six is the 600 boys.
Yeah, then it's what's
Big
the other one? Big Himothy. It's a bunch of them little dudes.
Sean.
It's a bunch of little young dudes up here that's going down through that. What you think about their movement and seeing them move? It's something that I think is stretching out.
Yeah, man. This is Texas, man. I love to see people doing this shit in different ways. They finding a different way to move in this shit, and somebody need to let them know and that they blazing a new trail. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people is watching them. And I'm pretty sure they inspiring a lot of people to move in the way that they moving. Okay. So in the same way that we was inspired by people that we saw they doing their thing, and I think it's beautiful.
Wow. When you look at being you went to prison. Yeah. Not only you went to prison, but you did your time, came home, solid, stayed solid.
Yeah.
Young Thug.
Right.
He some tapes started leaking. People started hearing stuff all over the internet. Mm-hmm. I even seen Greg Street. I seen him sit down with YFN Lucci, but I ain't seen him sit down with Thug yet. But I did see him sit with YFN Lucci here just now. Happened. I just seen it. What do you think about the whole situation as far as the tapes leaking? Let's go to Thug first. I want to talk about the tapes leaking, the recorded phone calls and all that stuff.
I had made a post about that at one point.
You did?
Yeah, and it did. So basically what I'm saying is that if you tell a street dude that's active right now that never been in that situation that it's likely that they would do some shit like that, talk crazy about all your homeboys, pillow talk, saying all kind of wild shit, interrogation room kind of weird shit or whatever. If you tell them they would do that, they'll say, no, I would never do. Man, I'm not lying to you that incarceration is a bad, and you never, until you get in it and stand tall through it, you can't just say that that's what you would do, that I'm going to stand tall, I would never talk, I'm blah, blah. That sound good in them rap songs and shit, but when it's time to actually do that shit, I kind of feel like, it was a good lesson in for people to see, like, damn, even somebody I looked up to, like him. I'm not even saying, because guess what? A lot of people that we love, real gangsters, have done that exact same. I know a lot of niggas done wrote they family and said everybody because they ain't nobody send them no money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, y'all, I done did everything for y'all. And y'all ain't doing them, man, all of them. You know what I mean? That type of shit happens. So it's not foreign, but to be able to go through it and know that you signed up for it. See, this is being a real nigga, like how we say, is very difficult to do. And from the life that we come from, I believe that it's not celebrated to the level that it's supposed to be. And it got everybody thinking that that's what they is. But you need the situations in order to show you who you really is. You know what I mean? Wow. You can't talk that shit unless you gotta go through it so we can see what you is. You can't tell us beforehand. All of them interviews that he was doing with Wallow and all of that, and he was sitting down there and he was talking that big boy gangster shit, you know what I'm saying? But when it came down to it, I'm not no disrespecting Young Thug. I love him. I think his music is great and all that. We all need to be successful. I wish everybody all the success in the world. But he was talking that big boy gangster shit, sitting at that table. Wallow, who's a nigga that know, I know what this shit really is. Not the talk of it when you're rich and you living and yeah, man, them niggas, who snitch and all that shit. Anybody can talk that type of talk, but when it's time to really stand up under that shit, are you really gonna have your principles and morals when they take everything from you, put you in a small ass box where you can touch both walls with, you don't know what kind of how that shit can affect your mind and all of that shit. So in my personal opinion, I just feel like it was I was glad that it got exposed so that people can really see this shit for what it really is. So if you do have love for this way of life and all of this type of shit, you can understand that the ones that's really like that and their behavior versus the ones that tell you that they like that and never went through it, two different things, man. This shit is all one. Whether you from New York, LA, Texas, this real niggas, that real street shit, real G shit, that shit always looks the same.
Did you like
it? Ain't no different ways to do this shit.
Did you think he justified himself in the interview that he did with Big Bank?
Justified himself in what way?
I mean, he came to let us know, why this all was happening and clear some things up. Did he clear it all up?
I think that, see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. A lot of the over-explaining is not known. That's when you have according to what it is you say you was. None of this shit is in a civilian life. And if you ain't did nothing or you ain't claiming to be no certain thing, none of this shit don't matter. But a lot of these codes and thinking and knowledge that everybody's rapping about, and we don't talk to police and show me my lawyer and blah blah blah, all this type of shit. See, if you had done all that, it would be no reason to explain. It's nothing to explain. But when you trying to explain, it's because you went away from what this shit is. You know what I'm saying? What your uncle say do? I gotta do. Hey, what your uncle say? What your big brother and them tell you? When you in this type of situation, you got all the money in the world. This is the best time for you to go through this shit. But guess what? That those situations bring out different behaviors in different people. It does a lot. That's just a little bit. Look at how he was talking about his friends and family. You know, I've seen that shit
in real time.
Yeah, the stress and the strain and the mental anguish of that shit have turned niggas punks. Have turned men, have made tell on they sons, get on the stand and testify on your own son. Yeah, this shit is like that. It can cause it, but it's all, to a real nigga, it's all spiritual. And whatever it happen, gonna happen. And this is and nobody beg you to do this shit. You can goddamn at any time get your CDL. You can find you something else.
YFN Lucci, he did like 3 or 4 years himself and came home, ain't talk much, doing the music. Music sounded damn good to me too. I liked it. Better than what I liked from. I listen at Thugs and I listen at Hills. And I love the way he came back home and the way he delivering it and punchline and that shit. He really doing that. I'm just being, to me. Now that's just my opinion. That don't go for it. It's just what I feel.
True. Music is made. I ain't saying you got to be the best music. I should say the best music is made by authenticity and truth and being real to whatever you're saying. That's gonna be the music we feel from anybody the most. The one that's really coming from your soul. I think that Lucci, Gunna, 2 different individuals, right?
Gunna's is coming through.
Yeah, I like that. What you say, coming through.
Yeah,
his music is coming through. Hit from his spirit to your ears, moving. You know, you feeling it. The same with goddamn Lucci. Maybe not so much. See, these things that he went through, which this is what we all is speaking from this in the music. We speaking from our experience. We speaking from what we done. You know what I mean? So when it's coming through like that, I understand what's going on, and I understand why it's being to the level it's being fucked with, as opposed to, you know, relationship music that's being made by other people.
Wow.
Because you making relationship music. I know Drake. Hell, I know goddamn 21 Savage or Wham or whatever. You know, these people, so it's you able to goddamn get something going for yourself, but. You know, I think that Gunna came out of this situation better for it. I think that Lucci came out with all of the pain of this shit. He came out better for it. You know what I mean? Some people got better, some people got worse. But it was all because of this G shit. This shit is a thing. It exists. A lot of people don't like it. Wish that we'll move away from it. But as long as it's the streets, as long as there's poor people and niggas that operate outside, there's gonna be some shit and there's gonna be some code to it, and you can violate it and it's gonna look away.
Yeah.
Or you can understand that I'm going through this is what it is, and you can see the beauty of this. That's why I be trying to tell people, don't snitch, give God a try. Let God show you that you wasn't, man. This is why when you out there, do good. Even if you in the streets, do good. Be that person that's goddamn getting grandma grass cut. Pay them bills, but you can take care of your kids. Do that. This is the shit that's gonna keep you free. This the shit that's gonna help you. If you do get locked up or if you get jammed up in some kind of way, this is gonna be the shit that God, you know what, you don't deserve a life sentence. You don't deserve goddamn forever in the pen. I might can give you a slap on the wrist. I might can let you walk out, but you gotta be able to depend on the good that you did, not on the promise of some good you hope to do later.
Wow.
This shit is real street shit. This is what I be trying to tell. This is the way this shit really go. everybody talking about it though. Everybody talk. Oh man, man, we don't talk. You know what I'm saying? You got this big ass gun out the side. You smell like that bullshit ass weed. You go everywhere. You got this long ass clip hanging out. You willing to kill. You done killed 3-4 months, and you thinking that you a street nigga. You can't fight. You're not tough. You're not getting no money. You have no sense of spirituality. When they take you away from the drugs, pull the pistol from you, when you sit up in front of these motherfuckers, you break down and cry and tell them man, really, they made me do it. They put me in the car. They goddamn, who did it? Was it? I'm telling, and you letting them tell you who to tell on, and then you willing to lie to help them. You helping the wife. You don't even see. That's what I'm saying. So, again, I get long-winded about it because it's a subject that's near and dear to my heart.
I got you, man. What about how big was it for YFN Lucci with the bloodshed and everything, and everything they done been through? All of a sudden, he comes home. Thug just so happened to get out, and now they out and they doing a song together, and they pretty much chopping it up. And now there's people done died. I say looking down from heaven. OG Pyru say looking up from hell. Oh, but whatever the case may be, they bloodshed been through it. But now shake hands. Hey man, you know what we had, not knowing their situation, but just saying this is how people are explaining it, from academics to everybody. Shaking hand. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? We passed it. We doing something. We at the club together. What's up with that?
Minus everything that I just said. That is the most beautiful thing, because we're gonna have to stop, right? We're gonna have to stop with the beef shit eventually. It don't matter who got killed. It don't matter if your brother got killed and y'all done slid over there and got some of them and all of that type of shit. Eventually we make it to a point where if we want success in our lives in any other ways and for the generation to come, then we got to put our shit to the side and focus on the money and focus on the success. Nations do this. America do this shit. Other people, countries do this shit. You got to forgive, even though they done bombed our people that we had over there. You know what I mean? We got to get past this type of shit. We going to respect our members and shit, but at the end of the day, we got to move past it. So for them to do it now instead of when you're 50, 70, you know what I mean? Do this shit. Let's get this shit out the way, because guess what? As far as this street shit go, the report cards is in. The ink is dry. Who is who and what's what is over with. Niggas need to know this. You know what I'm saying? And this street shit, no matter how motherfuckers try to make this shit look, and how much money you get, and what your girlfriend look like, and all that type of shit, and what kind of car you bought. Hey man, this street shit be writing them up. I hate that it's, you know what I'm saying? I really hate that it's like that, because some people actually they try to change, and it's an unforgiving report card though. You know what I'm saying? This street shit, oh man, it's unforgiving. You goddamn, I remember that one time on the bus, nigga took your lunch money, and you ain't goddamn do nothing. You been a hoe. Damn, way back when you was in school, you didn't do nothing. But the world remember that. That's this street shit, man. I'm telling you. So to live up to it, you know what I'm saying? To live up to this shit is very tricky. It's very tricky and hard. And you can do so much to get up. People say, well, that's why we need to get past it and all that. Hey, I'm all for y'all doing that. You know what I'm saying? But when it come to how this shit go, it ain't no ad-libbing. You can't ad-lib this shit. This shit go like it go. And it's going to always go like it go. The rules going to stay the rules.
Let me ask you this, man. Ali Sadiq tell a story. He always talk about Mexican got boots. When you first went to prison, did they have the steel-toe boots or did they have the regular boots?
They have both, but it depends on where your job is. Wherever your job is going to determine what kind of boots
you get. Okay, and so back in the days, I know during the time way back in the early 90s, you would wear the boots no matter what. You got boots when you go in wherever you at. You know what I mean? Your boots, you know. If you see the person put on boots, that was the issue. Did you ever have a Mexican got on boots situation where the Mexican? Okay, then give me one of those. Give me one of those times. I need a story. I did this to a couple of people. That's what I've been asking. The Mexican got on boots.
Mexicans got on boots. It's so many, man.
Just give me the one. Give me one of them.
Okay. Here go one. Damn. It's crazy that I pull one. Hey, there was a time when San Antonio had to fight for their independence to be able to be a Tongo, or to be able to say they was San Antonio. And they had to go against the Mexican Mafia.
Okay, and it's in prison.
Yeah, this in prison. They had to go against the Mexican Mafia in order to establish their independence. Right? So this on Briscoe. Man, I remember this. I wish I could remember one of the names. One of the Mexicans I remember the name was John Boy. It's this one dude that I can see him so clear, but I wish and he was from San Antonio. Real player type dude. But once it was understood that, cause Mexican Mafia, they had some stiff ass rules, man. They had real gangster rules that we respected. The only thing that's, they was stabbing it, like, it's the real deal. Right. Killing. Like they, and I remember the wars had, like, it's fixing to take off. Okay. Today is the day, right?
Okay.
Today
this is it right here.
Right. Today is the day that these Mexican mafias, and we get ready for these situations. It gotta be talks. It gotta be hey man, we allowing people to get commissary these next couple weeks because it's going down. You know what I'm saying?
How do the blacks interact in that?
Well, in these type of situations, the blacks really primarily be it. It's times when we kind of don't give a damn, and it's times when, like, football season is a money time in prison. Yeah. Hey, we ain't really trying to go for that mother. Y'all finna walk. Everything getting shut down. Or basketball playoffs and all that. So if y'all really finna get it in, that's really some summer shit. When it's time, when ain't no sports going on and all that. That's another thing. I've been seeing people that. But let me finish the story because I will go out. But I remember seeing this dude, two dudes that and they was from San Antonio, and this other dude was from Mexican Mafia. And today's the day, like I said, and I can see this so clear, but it used to be so hot. Yeah, on
it's hot. It's hot when it's hot,
and it's hot, and it's got all this white concrete. So when the sun beaming down, this shit be having the whole unit blinging. You know what I mean? And I remember I was outside. This was right before there was about to be lunch, and I gotta remember this dude name. This Mexican dude. It was my boy too, real player dude, Mexican dude from San Antonio. Him and his boy, they coming, and it's this Mexican Mafia dude. And back in the day, he had slick back hair and, down for his shit. And he see them. He ain't goddamn taking. He going toward them, and they going toward him, and it's like in the middle of the boat. And I'm coming right behind them. This is right before there's fixing to be chopped. Man, them niggas reached down and they shit and up them socks with them cans. This is when they had cans. They had them socks in them cans. And he pulled he had him a knife. And them niggas beat that Mexican Mafia dude to bust his shit. They hit him with them cans, and that knife fell quick. They tore his ass up. Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say. Shit like that be going down. And I was just thinking about Mexican got boots on. Yeah. And so when you get back, I'm seeing this like, damn, they tore his ass up. So now I'm knowing, okay, it's on. And I heard that they setting it off on the wings, they setting it off at their jobs and all this type of shit, and this happening right then. So when I get back on the wing, I'm thinking I'm finna go on the wing, and damn, hey man, this shit here wild, Man, everybody locked up. They done locked the whole wing down. The wing is already locked up because they done caught wind. This shit going down everywhere, and they just decided to lock the motherfucking unit down. Damn. But so many situations.
A lot of times it's like that, and that's why I say it's always a situation where it get tough. People don't realize that. Yeah. They don't have that, and something. And somebody asked me about my boy. Don Chief said the other day, try 40 years in the world. He was talking about. I got. You know 40, what? Oh yeah, I'm glad. He said was super violent. I got 40. But I was like, damn, like he couldn't understand the other side of what I just told somebody about that too. You see what I'm saying? That other side is totally different than this side. It's two different things.
I'm gonna tell you why. shout out to Chief, because Chief is a real nigga.
Yeah.
A lot of in this state of Texas, prison is up. It's a part of life. If you missed it, you was blessed.
That's right.
Don't ever fix your mouth to say that it's easier in the
Free world.
in the pen
Oh, okay.
than it is in the free world. I'm saying this why I'm saying that. No matter what your state of mind, we in a strip area right now, like a strip mall area right now. If you ain't got $1 in your pocket, but you just got breath in your body and you got some energy, man, you can walk in every one of these places of business and see if you can get you a job. You can get you some kind of money coming in. It don't make being broke in the world is a real bad problem, a mental problem. You know what I mean? But in prison, restricting a person's movement, subjecting them to, and I'm not trying to make excuses for it, because if you in the streets, this shit should make a lot of sense to you, because this will come with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you out here thugging, cause that's another thing, niggas don't be thugging for real, and they be trying to make it like everybody that got locked up was stupid or something. Nah, we outside thugging, we doing it. You know what I'm saying? We really participating in this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So whether you trapping and being smart about it, whether you was selling weed, but you gotta have your strap because niggas is playing. So now you strapped to sell these drugs. This shit can turn bad in any kind of way. For all of those that it turned bad for, that find themselves in these situations, man, when they take your ass away from everything and send your ass far away, we ain't on vacation, man. When these folks is telling you every day, calling you nigga, that to your face down and telling you turn around, bend over, bust your ass, over you, and trying to mentally break your ass down. This shit is real bad. Way worse than being broke outside or goddamn just, going through some bullshit in the free world. Man, go to sleep out here, man. Man, somebody goddamn will fix you a meal out here, man. I personally know people that'll fix you something to eat if you just ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? You
I
can
think a
goddamn
lot
get
of times
yourself to eat.
people, when they look at prison, they hear about those things, but they look at the fact that you getting a meal every day.
That's what they saying. You
know,
not getting
hold on. They look at you getting a meal every day. You got a bed to sleep in. Your lights ain't gonna get cut off.
No.
That's what they looking
I'ma tell
at.
you, I know they saying that, but they don't know what a tray look like. That's some crazy talk. You don't know what a tray look like. A tray, you're getting
What's a tray?
A tray that they giving you this tray, man. This is, man, if you can't look at this shit,
what food you got on
I'm about to tell you. Don't look online and think that that's what this shit is. If you looking online and saying, well, Huntsville say that y'all had a chicken patty and you had, because they got the way that they describe it, you had butternut squash, you had peas and carrots, mashed potatoes, and cornbread. But the look is not what they
just slap everything on.
This is not a nutritional meal. This shit is. You're not gonna survive in prison eating trays. That's number one. Somebody say, well, in the world, goddamn, they ain't giving you nothing to eat. You a goddamn lie. You can get something to eat. You can get free. They got kitchens out here. The shit that you can get at a free, that's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on how low you want to go. You can eat a damn good meal out here every goddamn day, multiple times a day out here. You're not eating nutritious, nothing. Now, and again, like I be telling people, I'm talking about Texas prison. Texas prison is up to the major max. It ain't nothing good about it. It ain't nothing relaxing about it. It's some shit that will mentally destroy you and you up and make you a horrible person unless. So
you ain't told me what do you have on the tray?
Maybe they.
No, I'm talking like what you see.
Pork casserole.
Okay.
Some shit that they call pork casserole. They have a thing called porcupine ball, which is ground pork, rice, oatmeal. They'll put that in the oven, bake that. You'll get one of them. And when they say cornbread, it might be a thin, little bitty ass slice of cornbread like this. You get some watered down ass. When they say because they pouring these, like say they pour a couple cans of beans, and we passing these beans out. They also gonna add water to the beans. You might don't even have nothing but 7-8 beans in your shit. This shit is torture. It's not. They giving them meals. No, they not. You not never. Man,
and let me ask you. So since you Muslim,
can't get full off no fucking
Muslim
TDC tray.
in prison,
Yeah.
and you're talking about pork, beans, and
Thank
pork
you
this. So you're telling me you don't have a preference.
Thank
you have to eat
No,
whatever you
they
get.
do have a preference. Thank you for asking about pork-free trays if you Muslim. One thing about the state of
Okay.
Texas, we don't give a if you we'll do you like we'll do you like this on some pork-free tray. We'll give you a scoop of that same tray. You gonna get 2. Oh, you don't want this pork. So what we gonna do is give you 2 slots in your beans them beans we passing out. We gonna give you 2 scoops of the beans, and we'll give you 1 more extra cornbread, and we'll give you a little spoon of peanut butter. Do that go together? Peanut butter, some 2 scoops of beans, and a couple pieces of cornbread. That's the meal that they talking about. I guarantee a poor person would not eat what they serve in TDC. A person homeless in the streets will tell you, man, get the out of here with that. Yeah, that you're not getting.
If you're hungry, you gonna eat whatever you get now.
Yeah, but the people when you see people hungry out here, it's not the same as being in prison. You're always hungry unless you got some money. You need money. You need commissary.
So commissary is a must. They telling me that
commissary is necessary. All of these prison sayings and these words, they come from real places. Yes, commissary is necessary.
Very necessary.
So you telling me that, because I know that you have people who go to prison who have nobody to depend on, who has nobody to put money in their books. So what do they do then?
Thank you. So now that you asked that, so great that you asked that, that describes to you the conditions of prison. Hungry, crazy in here. And guess what? I'm coming through this with the sacks, the commissary and the shit like that. I'm coming through here with that. I got drugs in here. I'm doing this shit. I got stuff everywhere and all of that. This is the environment of what this shit is like. A bunch of broke up, the worst of the worst, the terriblest people in the world all together. Most of them hungry and up. Some of them got a little, some people is, people is taking care of them, looking out for them. Not a lot. According to like percentages of people that's on unit, most people is not getting shit. Most people is not being taken care of. So the ones that there's an economy that it moves because of that. Somebody that's not getting no money have to get creative. You might got to draw you got to provide a service, in order to receive something outside of that child. If you living and breathing and going off of just that child hall, you're not going to survive. The child hall and stuff. It's people. So you've never
seen nobody who just survive off of child hall, don't have no commissary, and they survive.
Well, yeah. I would like for you to find people like that and talk to them so they can tell you about prison. And they'll tell Chief and all that, hey man, no, that shit ain't good. It's up. I would much rather be broke in the free world or trying to figure out my life in the free world than in prison where people is saying, well, you're getting 3 meals and you ain't got to pay no bills. It's a lot of motherfuckers out here ain't paying bills. It's a lot of out here that's laying up. One thing about it, at least maybe you could goddamn you a female. Have you some good dick and have somewhere to stay and eat. You know what I'm saying? And now it ain't nothing you can do to improve your situation but become a better creative man. It's a good spot to really get to know yourself. And if you haven't been, you're blessed. But no other way to it. We need to quit comparing struggles anyway. Trauma bonding and who had it the worst and all that. But I'm gonna tell you this: prison is torture, and 90% of people aren't able to articulate how bad it you up. If you up horrible, man. I was telling somebody this. You done touched on a subject. I'm looking at how I look sometimes. I was on Briscoe unit a lot of my life. Down south, gladiator forms, we fighting, we doing all this shit. Over time, I started getting tattoos. You tattooing, you cover your body, we exchanging culture. Next thing you know, get a little pee on my eye. You get a little, one of my homies on my side of my head. I get my brother in the back. I don't even realize I'm crazy. You're crazy and don't even know it. That's what I'm saying. I'm one of the best. I done got out here, and upon me getting, even before I got out, I started learning how my appearance was affecting people. Like, wait a minute, people think this. So it made me change into being a little bit more outspoken, so I can let me articulate myself and talk to you, so that you know that I ain't crazy as a motherfucker. Because most that look like me, you better get the fuck they way. They is crazy.
Or on drugs.
So you telling me I'm supposed to believe that you're not crazy now?
No, I am crazy. but what I'm saying is probably not the type of crazy you think. Yeah, I'm not finna snatch your goddamn purse and then I'm not finna do nothing like that.
But a lot of people, when they see somebody who have a lot of tattoos, okay, if you know about tattoos, you can look at a tattoo and know, oh, that's prison tattoo, so I know he was locked up.
Yeah.
Or they see, if somebody who don't know, is like, okay, they must be at a tattoo artist or just Love Inc. or a gang member. Right. There's always certain things that go with.
All of the above.
Yeah, everything. I'm everything you see.
I love ink, all that shit, prison shit. I never got a tattoo in the free world. All this shit is from Tungo Blast. They the ones that put their needle all over my body and shit like that. This shit came up under duress. You know, tattoos is not legal. So everything,
in prison, it's not.
No, it's not legal. So so you gotta.
So when they see y'all with all these tattoos,
you gotta sneak and do that shit.
You gotta sneak and do it. You can get in trouble.
But
for
you
this.
got it all over your head and your face. Matter. You can't hide that.
I want you to understand the psychology of not.
So when they see you have this and you didn't have it before,
you skip.
Do you get in trouble?
The psychology of not giving a.
No, I'm saying, do they reprimand you when they see you get something? Yeah, I've been
through all of that, but that's
because of tattoos.
Yes, but I'm trying to welcome you into the mind of a maniac.
I understand that you don't care, but I'm just saying
I'm not just saying that I don't care. I'm saying the mentality of all of us not giving a that's what it's like. It's crazy world. Prison is a crazy world, man. I'm not trying to I want people not to go, but I'm just what I'm trying to really just explain to y'all is this. He not the only one, Chief, shout out Chief. He not the only one that
feel that way.
Has said that, and what happens with a lot of people is that they think, if you haven't been, because like I say, it's hard to express the pain and agony of prison. So, you know, if you haven't gone, and then people are getting out and they feeling entitled. You seeing people, they feeling entitled. They feeling like, damn, you got motherfuckers that's getting out of prison and people are saying, yeah, man, don't nobody owe you nothing. And you know, and that type of shit. And I understand that. But when you really realize that you could have completely changed the whole experience of somebody in prison by sending them $25. Oh my God. Like you could have really made prison safer.
How long does $25 last if somebody get that out in their commissary?
Well, it doesn't necessarily last a long time, but what it can create is an option of this person don't gotta go to child hall today. You know, making it to the child hall and back is not easy to do. You know that? Like,
Explain,
that's hard.
I don't understand.
For you to leave out of the cell when they say out for child, and then everybody lined up at the door, ganged up, piled at the door like cattle to go to. This is psychological. This shit is this bad. You gotta, but if you haven't been through it, but lining up at that door for a leg quarter today. Let's just say it's a good day, chicken. You know, chicken in the penitentiary, that's a great day. You know, so you lined up at the door to go. These officers is acting very vicious towards you, and you have to you know, like how back when the schools, like them old pictures you see when schools was getting unsegregated. Well, no, integrated, right? And you see them black people going to school and the white folks spitting on them and shit like that. I'm going to get my education. I don't care. That's how you walking through some shit just to go get you something to eat, man. So I can get me a leg quarter today. You have to, these laws is treating you like shit. They line to pull you over and goddamn tell you, hey man, hey, get out of them.
All right, yeah, this right here.
Yeah, oh Lord, when you have to, yeah.
You're not supposed to have hair.
Unless you had a pass.
Unless you have a pass.
So yeah, you know what? Hey, go back to the wine, go shave.
Yeah.
Then you trying to get back to the wine, you tell, man, let me shave and all of that, and they tell you, man, you already had your opportunity. You ain't even, and it's chicken day now. You sick.
It's gonna be
all for a leg quarter.
Somebody might get their ass whooped that night.
And this is for a leg quarter, right? You don't even eat. Everybody out here ain't eating leg quarter. Motherfucker don't even want no leg quarter. Go to the barbecue, they got leg quarter, we leave. Y'all ain't got no ribs. You see what I'm saying? This is the way it is. You fighting for nothing. The bottom of the barrel. Hey man, you could sit in the wrong seat and get your whole world up. In prison, this is a bad place.
Is there such a thing as going to prison, keeping my head down to stay out of everybody's way, so that nobody don't bother me? I just want to do my time, stay out of everybody's way. I don't want. Is there such a thing?
No. and you can. Your goal is to try to do that, but depending on the crime that you commit, which is going to determine the place that you go, depending on the age that you are, what we call classifications, diagnostics, we gonna situate your ass with like-minded people of the crime that you committed. 90% of the crimes that the blacks commit is having to do with trying to get some money or some violent shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or some addict-based behavior. That's what we doing. That's why I know so much about the crime they commit. Many people is babies and shit. Like they in there when you catch a weird ass white boy, don't tell him what the he done did. Londa done killed his mama or something. She wouldn't let him do. You know what I mean? It'd be some weird shit. And that's another thing about racism. When you catch a black person that robbed a store and the white person that robbed a store, and you see the sentence disparities between the two, when you find us doing the same crimes and getting let, we ain't gonna never let it get out our mind about racism when you done been in a situation like that. Most people just can't articulate this shit, so it's no pushback from those that's out here that's saying, oh yeah, man, them niggas act like, man, we ain't acting like nothing. You done got up, you done went to that pen, and these people done over us, and I'm only talking about Texas, they over us, and we get in a situation when you get out here to where you really can't express the bullshit of what you've been through. And because nobody don't give a.
And then I've always heard that Fed time is a lot easier than state time.
In terms of the state of Texas, yeah.
In terms of Texas, it's a lot easier.
Texas is hard time. It's hard time.
State.
And state, and we come out here, we try to make light of it. We try to, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm telling you, I got a big support. I got great support coming from a lot of ex-cons and shit in this state and in other states. But I just think that people that haven't gone, I think that they're very blessed, especially like street niggas that have gone through it. Another thing is this right here. My cousin said this, free my cousin Pooh, he'll be home soon. Pooh say that being in the game, being in the streets, if you gotta pay dues if you really in the streets. Now, it can come in the form of prison where you can kind of relax and say, phew, I
did my time.
Yeah, I'm going to get this shit out the way. But for those that's really deep in the streets and never went to prison, if they run their story to you, they tell you some horrific shit because you still gotta pay. Them be the niggas done kidnap their mamas and shit. Like, and I ain't saying no sucker shit or nothing like that. I'm saying that these things that we participate in have consequences to them, and we gotta pay them inside, outside, wherever we gotta pay them motherfuckers at. But don't try to belittle the experience of having to go through that shit if you ain't went through it, because this shit is weird, strange, and detrimental to a nigga's success. You know?
Wow, man. I know we've been going for a minute.
Yeah.
I just think, man, when it come down to it, bruh, your experiences, that penitentiary and stuff, you can't get away from when you done did a lot of time and like you done did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not proud of it.
Not proud of it, but let me ask you something, man. You and Kiki, when the next project, man? I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the music too now.
Right. Here's what's happening. When you're doing movies will take you out of. So, Double Cup movie was my first I appeared in. That's coming out here soon. Their album, Double Cup with Slim Thug and Key, is coming out, I think, October the 24th. I have an album scheduled before this year is over that has to come out due to, I forgot, but it's coming out this year. And the Bricks soundtrack, which I did, the Bricks movie and soundtrack will be coming out at the beginning of January. Streets Is My Witness, with me and Kyle Wayne.
I like that name.
Will come out. That's Kiki's call on that, but I think it's coming out at the in 26 at the beginning at some point.
Streets Is My Witness.
Streets Is My Witness.
I like that.
So we got a lot of work. You know
what the hell Kiki been doing, man? He called me one day. I ain't talked to him in a minute. I seen Legend talk, man.
Yeah,
he been over there working on that thing.
The his podcast is really blossoming. They is being set up, is beautifully run, beautiful set, and you know, just niggas talking shit and bringing our conversations that we have to the masses.
Wow.
So, and we need more of that. We need more. We need more of that. We too street. We goddamn keeping all of the shit bottled up. We keeping this shit between us on phones and at the houses and shit like that. So, yeah, man. This is the year though. This is a year.
I know the holidays. What can we expect? We got what's coming out during the holidays.
This holiday season, I still haven't named this album, but I'm definitely got something coming before this year is over with. So the next couple of months be looking for me for sure. But this year, Lose Your Life and Glass Pots, and also my those two albums, Slopped Up and Chopped Up by Ron C. Those albums doing good. So I already done released 4 albums this year. They doing real well. Music is doing swimmingly well. I hate that so many of our people is talking down on what music is and how niggas getting their money from music.
Niggas saying they niggas ain't making no money in this music. I'm telling you what's being said.
Yeah, that shit is that. Listen, let me tell you something, man. It's just like, I'm glad you said that about prison just a minute ago. In prison, when you catch a nigga saying, yeah, ain't nothing going on this unit, this here dry. Oh, you ain't doing nothing. You don't know shit what's going on. Man, this is the best time in music ever. There's more money in this music game than it ever has been. And it's in the hands of the creators now, not in the hands of the industry. So the industry got a narrative out there going that, oh, it's the end of the game. And no, it's just for people like the Ray Daniels and those that used to have executive positions. Ain't no room, because this little kid or anybody that's making music servicing they people directly, and them people loving what they doing, and now we don't need no middleman, we don't need no nothing. Man, this shit is leading to all kind of success. We just don't have an outlet that we used to have, like a BET or MTV to be like, okay, this is somebody, and we all look to this point and say, this is the person. No, all of this shit has been built independent from the ground up. Man, I'm very thankful for my fan base holding me down, for even making me able to do this shit. It's just a lot of misinformation is being spread out there as real shit, and it's not. It's not.
Man, real. I'm wrapping it up, but Gary Owens, are you a Bengals fan now? Did you switch from the Steelers to the Bengals?
No. I'm a Steeler. But
I mean, yeah, from the Steelers to what is that a big Bengals hat you got on?
It is a Bengals hat.
I'm looking at the Bengals hat. It's dope. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying, did Gary Owens get you to wear that? Because that's what he loved a bit, don't he?
Shout out Gary Owens.
Gary Owens like them Bengals, don't he? I'm
just a street nigga that like to grab cool hats, man. I got a lids. I love going to lids and just grabbing shit. Anything that I just grab shit off the shelf, man. I love.
And you like the fitteds.
I love the fitteds, but this not a fitted. But I love the fitted. I grab me a fitted. I'm a Pirates fan, a Steelers fan, and a Mavericks fan. But I wear anything that look gangster and cool. I got a lot of reasons to wear shit. Now when it come to Bengals, I'm a fan of gutter cities. So if it's a gutter city, I line to wear some St. Louis shit. I'll wear some Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm down with that. I'm down with Cleveland. I'm down with Baltimore.
Man.
You know, the city of Baltimore. I'm down with H-Town. You know what I'm saying? As far as the cities, I'm down with gutter cities. You line to catch me with an LA hat on. I'm with, and you'll always see me in a Detroit Tiger. I love the Detroit Tigers. Like I said, my man we wear that shit in my neighborhood, Detroit, and as well as Pittsburgh Pirates. But I'm a big Detroit city supporter.
How comes you ain't got a Boss Talk hat?
Hey, you ain't got him a Boss Talk hat.
That's right. Nah, I like that.
Let's talk about the merch. I mean, because you got
my merch
online and all kind of stuff.
Merch online doing good. TheCrowns.com. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you something that's really TheCrowns.com. TheCrWNZ.com. The juice is going crazy. The shirts, the merch going crazy. And this is the thing, what I'm trying to tell people. When you really doing the shit, it don't really be a lot of talking about the shit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we really doing it. So all of the people that support me, I thank them. It's been beautiful. My 6th year out, it's just, man.
Something you said made sense. Like maybe you ain't hot on. When you see the energy of certain people come in here. I've been doing this podcast for a minute.
You have.
I had OG33 and them to come here the other day. And I seen, I seen that they ain't thinking that the music ain't what it's supposed to be.
Right.
When you see NBA Youngboy, they went here and did his first concert here 2 nights in a row and filled up the room with 18,000 people twice in a row here in Dallas.
Be careful when they tell you that ain't no money in something, but they steady passing out money. What's his name? He finna get a deal right now, $200-300 million. Yep, they finna get Youngboy that. On an independent level, there's people that's streaming the business of this shit is not for a school book. Like, for example, let's just say you were streaming, making, I'm gonna just throw a number out there, $5,000 a month I'll stream. All the people on the internet, that ain't no money, that ain't, you might as well get you, well, $5,000 a month from streaming versus shows, you getting booked a couple times a month. Let's just say you only get booked one time a month for $3,000. 5, 8, one verse, 9, that's $9,000 a month for this person right here.
That's real.
Is that cool or not cool? A lot of people, way more than a lot of people is living that life. Lots of them. Don't let them goddamn this month done went to a party and met a me or a Bun B or something. Now we done did a song together, you done linked into my, this shit is in the hands of the artist now.
That's hard.
Yeah, so and if you're not tapped in, another thing is we feel like if we don't know something about somebody, you must not be doing them. But it's not no place where we going to where we just discovering this shit like that. This shit is going, all of this, even the internet shit is all the old game. It's the old game. It's moving like that. If you consistent and you making your shit, man, all of these, I think my next album will be like the 20th one or some shit like that. But if you talking these days of a rapper that's a success, he got volume. I got volume. I'm gonna eat. Anybody with volume gonna eat. But if you put one album out and you wondering why I ain't got $1 million, that's the problem. This shit now is for the motherfuckers that's gonna till this bitch like either you gonna work your way to the bread or you gonna make you an album and pay for it to be everywhere that it need to be going. But the algorithm ain't gonna discriminate against you. If you doing each one of them songs is like each episode of Boss Talk. Don't let you do a video. That motherfucker gonna do more, and it's gonna bring people in. Man, it's some people that y'all love that they biggest songs is not even the songs you even know by, man. These songs, they done popped up, did a song with somebody outside the culture, one song, and they eating like them horse off of this one goddamn song, and you don't know nothing about that song. You thinking that he just, well, I heard this song by him and I like this. Man, I got a lot of music with a lot of people, and then these up and coming people too.
Let me say this for what I got on my mind. What you saying makes so much sense because you don't know. That David dude, that Celeste thing that's going on, I never heard of this dude before in my life.
Big as hell.
And this nigga huge. I'm like, what is that?
Because a lot of people, we listen to what we listen to here in America, but some of these songs they make for overseas, for other different places, and it's being streaming from anywhere.
Right.
You're gonna get paid regardless.
You should do Africa. You shouldn't do an album and call it "Made for Africa" or something.
I do.
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
Because what you just said makes sense.
Quality street music, and people that come to it love it, gravitate to it. I'm not trying to be all things to all people. I stay in my lane. I do it real well. When you come, you know what to expect. The highest level, real experience, real shit. Talking to on this shit that you can't get it from nowhere else. That's another thing. You got to be made to do this shit. I'm made to do it. I was put on this earth to do this shit. Everything that I went through was for me to be able to do this shit. So it's like that. I think there's a lot of people in the game scamming, bullshitting, not real artists, and God is not blessing these people to reap the fruits of this shit in the way that they feel like they deserve. It's money in this game, and that's why this shit is being, the misinformation is being spread. Don't let these white folks trick you out your spot if God done put something in your heart. If he gave you a talent, you can eat off of it. Just like he gave the bird a beak and 2 wings, and when they wake their ass up in the morning, it's a worm. You get your ass up and fly, it's a worm. It's a worm for your mother ass if you out there making music, or whatever it is you're doing. Trust it, have faith, put your all up into the shit, and see what he gonna do for you. Don't let these people tell you what you can't do, how you can't eat, and all this shit that, for one, they never done it. For 2, it's an agenda to get you to not believe. You got to really understand, it's a war on knowing the right thing.
Wow.
They got some shit, man. They don't want you to never know. You can't never know the right thing for you to do.
Wow.
Anytime it come time for you to want to do something, you start asking around, man, and then some of your closest people is giving you misinformation because you a threat. I live this.
Wow.
I live this. It's motherfuckers telling me, man, it's some shit that's just plain and simple. Like, for example, this. If I tell you, Boss Talk, man, and you making this much a month, but if you was able to do this many more, it might could be an increase. And I tell you, nah. What the fuck you mean now? If you do more, you're gonna get more. In right. Anything in life.
That's the truth.
If you do more, you're gonna get more. How the fuck I'm gonna do more and get less? It don't make no sense, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you gotta be strong hearted. And you gotta have a thick skin to be able to persevere through all the bullshit and get to where you're trying to go. All this shit is mental. They trying to get you, your mind, not to think about your business. And one thing, slow feet don't eat. Your mind control where you're going. That's going to control the direction. So they want to keep your mind in a chaotic state. Keep your shit. They say, who is they? The haters, the bullshit niggas, the white folks. All these people is trying to keep you from goddamn getting to where you want to go. These people do not want you to realize your own potential, because this is the time better than ever where they trying to figure out how to stop us from getting to where we trying to go. This is the easy, they trying to create an infrastructure under our noses. This TikTok is making us bread. Man, I done woke up, man, and started talking about shit. Man, they giving me, I'm making this money off of TikTok from talking. To telling y'all a story that I went through in prison, y'all engaging that shit is going right into, for real, like, I can't even believe it. This the easiest time to get this money, but it's all mental on whether you gonna get it or not. These is trying to tell you can't get it. I'm letting you know that it ain't a world that exists where you can't win, where God done put some type of talent or some type of shit in your heart.
Man, you said that when you collab with people, did
it go to different
when
places?
when you did the collab with Pow Wow?
Yeah,
that's a whole different genre of. That's a whole different.
The biggest
space,
song that I've done this year, and this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The biggest song that I did this year, a lot of my fans, they don't seem to gravitate to, but it's my biggest song this year. Is the song "Buying Cars" with Lil Flip and Pow Wow.
See.
This is the biggest song that I've done this year.
Why do you think that one did so well? Because of the different spaces that you hit?
I will say this. I never try to figure that shit out. I need to be trying to figure shit like that. I never try to figure shit out. I just know that when I do a feature with somebody, if I'm asking them, I want to put them in the most comfortable space for them to be themselves. And so that's what I did for them. Anytime I'm with anybody, I learned that from Key. anytime I'm with anybody, I'm finna find a great spot for you to do you in the highest way possible. So I just felt like that was something dope to do. Shout out Greg Street, my homie Aaron Devon, who created that track, and this shit was the biggest song. And then when I dropped when we just dropped this the slowed and chopped version, that bitch shot straight back, like cause that was on Glass Pots. Dropped that bitch, then went straight to the work. Shut up. Quit crying. Quit telling us what can't happen. And well, it ain't man. Listen, man. This money is out here to be got. Get it. It's money. I'm telling you, it's money out here. These people is trying to keep you from doing it. You and if you find yourself doing more talking than actually walking this shit, that's how you know you don't feel it, man. Like you in a position where you don't feel it.
Wow.
So
man, that's huge, man. Man, thank you so much for coming on the show, man.
Y'all know y'all
we
family.
Love you, bro, and we're gonna always bring you on here. I appreciate you for bringing that noise, letting these boys know what really going down in the South. You know what I'm talking? I thank God for you, man, and I know already a real one sitting in front of me up in here, man. Man, you one of them guys that, like I said, as long as I do this show, you definitely going to be a part of it, and I appreciate you, and thank you for coming down and showing us love and taking time out your day
and you
spend it with us.
You done, both of y'all done built it. You built it up, man. I seen you when you was starting, man, but I always knew that you had the right energy for it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and I knew that as you kept applying yourself and doing one thing about it, I love the negative comments that you get.
they be talking crazy about me though.
But they
don't know though, man.
They don't know, but I love I just actually told somebody this the other day. I said, man, my favorite comment that's negative that they do is when they say, man, you ain't never letting them talk.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you about why that shit is so funny to me. Because it's like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like it's a conversation going back and forth. You so caught up in the shit. Here you is, man. Let him talk. Man, shut your other ass up, man. We talking
boss talk, man. It's going down.
We having nigga conversation,
and we
man.
loving it,
we
bro.
having a game. We having a good old time, man.
That's the way it go down in boss talk. Let him talk, man. It's going down, man, y'all. LD300 came through. Boss Talk 101, man. Check it. It's been another great segment of Boss Talk 101. Where the bosses talk.
And we out.
Man.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk, we gon' have fun. We be on fire, we be lit. It's a unique hustle, bitch.